There seems to be no stopping the growth of the Mini brand. What started off as a single trendy urban runabout is fast expanding into an entire family of niche products, all bearing the Mini badge. The latest member of that clan is more maxi than Mini. Meet the Mini Countryman. The Countryman is further removed from the original Sir Alec Isigonis design than any of the other modern generation Minis. It's easily the largest and the first with 4 doors. The interior is cavernous by normal Mini standards, and the newcomer's raised stance is more SUV than hatchback. It's quite fitting then that the Countryman is also the first Mini to be offered with permanent all-wheel drive, a system that Mini calls All-4 but is actually a very close relative to the BMW xDrive system as employed by the X1. Comparing the new Countryman against the original Mini is a bit like pitting Goliath against David, only to find out that they're part of the same family. The Countryman certainly exudes the same design aesthetic as the Mini, but it's just got supersized. Measuring 4.1 meters long and almost 1.6 meters tall, the Countryman is imposing by Mini standards. The front end looks blunt and ungainly, with a grille that suffers from overbite and looks more coifish than coy or cute. The Countryman is also a lot taller than the normal Coupe S, with wheels that seem almost lost in the wheel arches. The longer wheelbase and extended roofline are most apparent viewed in profile, underlining the car's steroidal increase in size. The high waistline and narrow glass apertures remain in proportion, while other typical Mini traits have also survived, including the bug-eyed headlights and the pod-like exterior mirrors. But somehow, the result is more caricature than car. Because the Countryman has 4 doors, it offers the best access of any Mini in the range. It also has a surprising amount of space both front and rear. The raised stance means that visibility is excellent too, and in fact, it feels a bit like driving an SUV. The interior design is typically Mini, with the large round face of the central instrument display still dominating the dashboard. You'll also recognize the switchgear and the cockpit layout. But most impressive of all is how reassuringly solid the car feels. There's an aura of tangible quality that sets new standards for the Mini mark. The latest Mini version of BMW's iDrive system works a treat, and aspects such as a USB port with iPod integration and Bluetooth connectivity work seamlessly. Our only real gripe is the boot, which is disappointingly small given the rest of the car's size. There's a shallow storage compartment underneath the cargo floor, but no spare tyre, as the Countryman is fitted with run flats. Given the Countryman's extra bulk, you'd expect the performance to be blunted, and it is. It has the same 135 kilowatt motor as the Coupe S and also retains that car's 6-speed gearbox. But the 4-wheel drive drivetrain and the 250 kilos or so extra weight means that it just doesn't have that crisp throttle response, and there's quite a bit of turbo lag as well. Our tip to address that problem is to keep this car in sport mode. Because the Countryman carries more weight, its 7.9 second sprint time from 0 to 100 is almost a second slower than a normal Coupe S. Top speed is 210 versus 228 kilometers an hour. And there's a lot more lag too, making it tricky to get off the mark. In short, the extra bulk compromises the cheeky charm, the point-and-squirt wieldiness that makes the Coupe S a smile-on-your-face kind of car. But there are positives too. Because the Countryman has an increased ground clearance, it's much happier dealing with indifferent road surfaces and even gravel roads. But of course, the 4-wheel drive also adds traction to the equation, and that traction is meaningful not only on gravel, but in fact in all conditions, wet, dry, and even fast-going tar. In fact, this car is pretty impressive in terms of cornering speeds, and the attitude of it remains quite neutral throughout, even when pressing on quite hard. It's a different kind of feel, a different kind of driving fun, I suppose, but it's fun nonetheless. These factors explain why Mini is using the Countryman as the platform for its entry into world rallying and rally raids, where the longer wheelbase and larger dimensions are beneficial. A normal Mini would be too small. But the Countryman also gives Mini a golf-sized competitor that benefits from the attraction of the Mini brand but appeals to a different market. It's a Mini for families with more space and greater dynamic versatility. Yes, the Countryman is more expensive, but buyers can opt for normal front-wheel drive, and there's also the less peppy Cooper drivetrain. A base model Countryman costs R290,000 compared to the R397,000 for the Coupe S All-4 tested here. The Mini Countryman feels reassuringly solid and robust, and it's still swift enough to keep most motoring enthusiasts happy. It may not be a Mini in the true purest sense of the word, but it's still a fine motor car. So maybe they should have called it the Maxi instead of a Mini. Yes, the Countryman does offer more car for an audience that needs the extra space, but vitally, it remains a true Mini at heart. The same turbocharged 1600 engine fitted to the normal Cooper S also provides the Countryman's urge, ensuring ample zip, while the all-wheel drive system is optional. There's lots of space and it's also more practical, but the extra size makes the Countryman more maxi than Mini, and our test car struggled with turbo lag too.